So, hi friends, I am excited to introduce to you my new guest for this episode. And I am very, very happy because we get to coordinate our times together. So, without further ado, I want to introduce to you the author of Master Dating Life Coaches the World Through Neuro-Linguistic Programming. She is a master Reiki healer, hypnotherapist, life celebrator, meditation guru, a successful entrepreneur, a good friend of mine, and one of my mentors, Kimmy Lou.
Hey, I made it here.
She's all the way in Manila. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
Lipa actually.
In the Philippines.
Yes, in the Philippines.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for including me in your very tight, busy schedule. So, what I want to focus about, because of a current situation and the issue right now around the world, is to focus on Reiki healing. As a master Reiki healer, how did you start this whole journey? What made you think that, I'm going to be a master Reiki healer?
I didn't. It kind of just landed on my lap. So I took a course in San Diego. It was the NLP, Neuro-Linguistic program. And along with the course, it had hypnotherapy and all sorts of coaching. And then in the very end, they asked us to learn Reiki. And while we were learning, I really loved it. I felt so connected to it. And it wasn't even a master class.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to be a master, then take an extra 2 days and pay this much and you'll be a master. Like, okay, well, I have that money now. So, and I'm here in San Diego now. I mean, I live all the way in the Philippines. So why not? So here, and so I took it, I paid, and I've been practicing for 10 years now.
That's amazing. Well, if our viewers on YouTube can see you, you would be so surprised because you would be thinking, oh, she's been practicing 10 years. Yes, she's very young looking. But how old were you when you started?
I was 24, and that was actually one of my struggles while I was practicing. Of course, it wasn't very popular then. I mean, even now, it's quite challenging to tell people that, oh, you're a Reiki master or you're a life coach. So at that time, they would look at me and say, what is a life coach? What is Reiki? What the hell is that? So I have to explain, I help people. I'm a guide. I do the healing for the universe, whatever. And then another look.
And then they're like, are you a fortune teller?
And they'll be like, what do you know? You're so young.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I was 24 years old then.
So for our viewers and listeners, explain in very simple terms, what is Reiki healing and what does a Reiki master do for their clients?
Right. I'll answer the first question. Basically, we are sort of like mediums for the energy. We channel and we visualize it. If you don't know how to do that, then we are here to hold that space for you guys. When I have new clients, I usually tell them that the session itself, I compare it to like a laptop or a phone. Like if you have apps there and you have so many photos or so many videos, or your game has too many stuff in it, the laptop or the cell phone crashes or it lags. It just freaks, right? And then when you take it to the shop, and then they'll tell you, oh, we just need to reboot it. And perfectly after that. So the Reiki session does that. So our energy centers, which is the chakras, I don't know if you've heard of that. If you practice yoga, then you might have heard of it. So those are centers. So those are like the folder in your cell phone or in your laptop. And when it needs some rebooting, then you just need to do some Reiki on it, and it balances the entire system, and the flow becomes easier and better. So that's the simplest way I could describe it. How does that sound to you?
So to me, what I'm hearing is that we need all these perspectives like what you've given, in a way that people think if computers or cars, they need to be rebooted or flushed or cleared. They call these things the cache that you need to clear out from all like your web history browsing. That I feel like is very similar to a human body's experience and energy. So that's absolutely like, it does make sense. You know, like, why not? We do need that clearing, and who does it for us? Now that's awesome. I mean, it's very underrated, and sometimes it's not like usually recommended in someone's healing journey, or if they're stressed out. So what are your thoughts about that?
My initial thought would be sad, because it is there. It is present all over us, the energy. So we can actually use it anytime. It's just a matter of learning how to do it. And we all are capable of doing it, of doing that self-healing as well. So it's quite sad, but I'm also happy now. I mean, I've been practicing for 10 years. So for the past 3 years, it has become more and more popular. And today, like because of the whole pandemic, that it's becoming even more popular. I mean, people like myself, I mean, I've been giving out a lot of guided meditation. And I have maybe 70% of the people who are listening to me now are first. And I love it. In the beginning, I was already really seeing the beauty of this pandemic. I know it's sad because people are dying, people are getting sick, people are, their finances are getting depleted. But at the same time, as a healer, I feel it is really that flushing out of maybe people that need that healing right now. So there's a massive collective consciousness happening. Oh my gosh, I needed to breathe. That's all I need. On myself. And now they're learning all of these tools, and they can use it already for the rest of their lives. So I just love the fact that people are becoming quote unquote woke.
They're paying attention. They're becoming more aware, because now everything is stripped away from them, and it's a collective type of pandemic. It's awful, but like collectively, we're all together healing away from each other, but like together. And it's crazy that now all like healers like yourself, you mentioned this also in your own podcast, that it is a flushing, and light workers are now bringing into light, because people are focused on, their social media, where we are present. We are present in that. So that is beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. There's some kind of guilt in me for loving that, for celebrating that. But at the same time, I was thinking, no, we have to, the light workers need to shine even brighter, not for themselves, but for people to see and maybe get inspired by. Like, oh, okay, so I can use that tool or technique to heal as well. So,
that's amazing. Do you have maybe like a simple Reiki practice for each person that's watching this, listening to this? What is a simple thing they can do for themselves, or for like their partners or their children?
Yeah. Well, the first thing that I say all the time is to just breathe. That is the first thing. Like the breath, life.
Yes.
And when you're breathing, then you're done.
Exactly.
Just
So
breathe.
every introduction to this bad bitch meditation is breathing. All you need to do is breathe.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so funny, like a few months ago I had a corporate account and I teach essential skills. And asking me, the HR person was asking me, so what are our topics? What else can we teach them? Then I was thinking and I said, breathing. Like just like naturally. So she looked at me. She was like, do we need to learn that? Like, don't we breathe?
Yes.
Have you really breathed like properly?
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously it's an essential skill now.
Right.
Everyone's learning that, I need to breathe properly. I haven't been breathing properly.
Yeah.
So
yes,
I would say
not conscious breathing, yes.
Yes, conscious breathing, and then I attach the core phrases when I do the healing, the Reiki healing, and that is Ho'oponopono, which is I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. They're also super duper simple, so I love simple stuff, because I don't like things. I can't. So you breathe and you just say the 4 phrases. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And that is a Hawaiian spiritual cleansing technique. So you can do that as well.
That's so cool. Thank you so much. For all our listeners too, where can they find you, book you? And I will be attaching links to everything, Kimmy's socials and all that, and her podcast as well. So quickly.
Yeah, so please go to my website, www.kimmylulifecoach.com. I have a lot of activity on my Instagram, which is Kimmy Lu Life Coach. And if you click the link, everything's there. There's a 10-day meditation program that is absolutely for free. And I also have the link to my podcast over there.
That's so cool. Thank you so much. So before we end with your quote as a bad bitch, so let me tell everyone why I think that you're like a bad bitch for me. First of all, Kimmy, if no one knows this yet, she was my mentor and still my mentor. I consider her a very good life coach that I have in my life. I'm so proud to say that. When I was doing my own journey in life coaching, and her positivity is so authentic that you see the real her. I remember when we had our little workshop in San Diego, her cheerful and smiling face and positivity, it's not because it was manufactured to be there, but it's so real that if she does feel lonely or sad, you can feel that too, and she will work through that with you. So friends, yes, she's a real bad bitch for me. So to end, we do have a quote. Let's see, the one you picked. This is so funny.
I think it's a bad bitch.
It's a bad bitch quote. It's, baby, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Being so bad got me feeling so good, by Miss Demi Lovato. Thank you so much for being in the Bad Bitch episode with me.
Thank you, Tony.
Again, thank you so much, friends, for joining us in the Bad Bitch Meditation with your Bad Bitch Meditator, Tony. You can follow me, like and subscribe. It's going to be at My Life Coach Tony on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.